Hey guys, what's up? It's Kurt and I'm back again with another video. This time it's recorded. I didn't live stream it this time, so that's why there's no face cam. But it should be a better quality video in that aspect, so I guess we'll just drop right into it. So in this drop, I look on the plane and I'm going into Georgia Pool. I sped up this bit a little bit because there wasn't really anything eventful that was happening. I basically just looked around and dropped on the crates for loot because I thought there were people dropping on the warehouses. Grabbed a motorcycle helmet to keep my head safe. Any helmet at level 1 is great, even if it's only level 1. It's fine on the first drop because pretty much anything can one-shot you. Loot the 3 warehouses real quick. You can jump on these rails to jump across the warehouses. That's what I just did. Just doesn't really take too long. You just get a sprinting jump, you stay on the rails, and you keep jumping and you land on the other rails. The 3rd warehouse is actually the longest to jump. In this situation, I hear a guy on the crates, so I stop moving, see him on the crates again, go to a better position, determine that he doesn't see me because he hasn't altered his movement. So I switch on a full auto, see him coming around, assume he's going to go left, and I still hear his footsteps. So I jump around, take a couple shots, he manages to make it around, and I start pre-firing the corner. He almost kills me with the Sega. It's an incredibly strong weapon. I didn't even know it had that kind of range and damage. And I kill him, loot what I need to loot from him, get a pan. Pan is definitely the best melee weapon to have in the game considering how it blocks bullets. It's amazing, has saved me many times. Met up, used a painkiller first for the ideal heal percentage. And then I continue looting the crates. When you loot the crates, you always want to be on the lookout. It doesn't really matter like where you are in the crates, there's always going to be people around you. Generally, the type of people that land at the crates are the people that will follow gunshots, so just always be aware. Now right here, you can climb up this watchtower, get all the way to the back, get a full sprinting start, and you can actually jump on top of the crates. I'll illustrate this again when I'm jumping on top of the next part of the crates, but it's extremely easy to execute if you get all the way back and make sure you get a fully executed running start. I see another guy pop over the crates here. It was just a complete luck kill. I wasn't even looking for him. I didn't see him. He just got up the top and I saw his movement. So move all the way to the back, sprint forward, jump, and right at the edge you should just barely make it up. Now I saw another guy over here behind this guy earlier. So I look around, don't see him. I assume that he's probably in this crate because I knew there was another guy. So I put my stun grenade in the crate, and it turns out he's not even in the crate in the first place. He's way behind me. Don't even have to bother looking in the crate. I know he's behind me. Go to push him a little bit, see if he'll peek. Decide that's not really the best move for myself. I'm going to go check this guy. I jump up backwards, just give myself that little bit of extra reaction time for vision, instead of just hearing the shot and having to react off that. Grab the stuff I need from this guy, while still tab menuing, keeping my vision sight on that corner where he peeked me last. So if he does peek me, even though I'm in the menu, I can still react to it. At this point I'm still running around, grabbing whatever meds I can. I know he's over there. I know he doesn't have the best gear from the quick glimpse I got at him, so I know he's probably not going to take a trade unless it's in his favor. Which currently it isn't. I'm level 3. Looks like a level 3 all around. I have a level 2 backpack. Or a level 2 vest, not backpack, sorry. And I'm looking around and he still doesn't see me. Or I still don't see him at least. And at this point I'm just going to push the crates and see if I can pick him off from the top. Having the height advantage is still great. He could camp anywhere in the crates, but it's a lot easier to look down than it is to blind run around corners. I can use my 3rd person and look over the top and look down. That's not really an issue. So I get on top of the crates. Still looking around for him, listening for footsteps, doing anything that I can. Looking around, don't see him on top of the crates. Now I have to start looking under the crates. Hear a frag grenade over there, assuming that he's hiding somewhere in the crates and just wanted a lucky frag. So I check my left to make sure nobody else is looking around. I just keep jumping on top of the crates, checking in between them every so often, making sure that I'm not really missing anything, because if I miss him it means the end of the game for me. So logically for me there's only one place he could be, and that's in this crate. So I throw my stun grenade, pull out my shotgun for the close range, and then I pull around, or look around. Don't see him. Turns out he wasn't in that crate, so at this point I've decided that he's not actually in the crates. After coming to that conclusion, I decide that he is either up top or further in. So I'm looking up top, don't see him, still don't see him. Either he's up top and not shooting at me and waiting, or he's in this warehouse. So I keep moving through the warehouse. Turns out he is in the warehouse directly on my right. I get kind of lucky that he doesn't hit me in the chest with a shotgun blast, because it definitely would have killed me. Loot what I need and move on. That was actually a pretty smart play by that guy, knowing that I'm probably going to go through the warehouse like that, pushing his advantage with the close range shotgun. Notice how he didn't really have any gear, so he didn't want to take a long range engagement with me, as the odds were heavily in my favor just by my gear and his gear. Like, if we had the same aim, I would win 90% of the time. So I continue looting Georgia Bowl, get what loot I need. I don't really get too much from what I already have. Georgia Bowl is definitely my favorite place to loot overall. If you have the aim for it, or you just want to get better, looting Georgia Bowl is unmatched in my opinion. You get something good. If you're still in the circle and you don't like what you have, you can move into the town. There's plenty of apartments in there. Lots of close range battles, lots of long range battles, which I favor. With the top of the crates, there's plenty of loot up there. There's warehouses for you to loot, and there's always a good amount of people. So if you have a good aim, you can kill those people and take what they looted for you. Even if you don't, I would still recommend landing there to improve yourself, or to try and get even just like sneaky kills on them. Now at this point, I hear a buggy coming from the direction of Georgia Pool. Take cover behind a rock, so even if he gets out or tries to hit me, it doesn't hit me. Or he wouldn't hit me. So the car would come with a rock, it would hit the rock, and then he'd have to get out and engage me, and I already have the advantage. None of that happens though. I just get a lucky headshot. He must have been low health from the gas, and he's down. Loot what I need from this guy. I got a level 3 vest, so at this point I'm all level 3 and I'm in a very good spot. I'm keeping the Kar 98K bullet loops and the 8X just in case I find a Kar 98K. It's my favorite civilian sniper in the game. The SKS doesn't really do any justice for me. It's kind of basically a slightly better assault rifle with slightly less ammo, which I don't need. At this point I see that there's a drop coming, so I check for where the drop is and decide that I want to go grab the car that he just had to go get that drop. So I lug all the way back. I didn't know it was going to drop that close. If I had known, I probably would have gone on foot anyways, but I'm already halfway committed to the car, so I might as well. Speed my way over to the drop, and I take cover up in these hills. I drop my car a little bit off from the drop, so anybody that's already under the drop won't hear my car. So I get out and I look over the ridge, third personing over to see if I see anybody. Notice that there's just another ridge in front of me, so I push up to that one as well. At this point, this is where third person comes in such hand. Like, it's almost perfect for you to have third person here. If you just had first person, it would be a lot harder to do this. I see a car bouncing off a rock in the distance, and I know that he's coming for the drop. So what I do is I check behind me because I know where that guy is, making sure I'm not getting flanked from behind. I wait until he pushes up, and then I peek over the ridge and shoot him a couple times. Turns out there was a guy on my left who shoots me, almost makes me lose this trade, and honestly I should have lost the trade. I met up while looking for him, using my third person over the rocks. And it turns out I see him. He's laying down in the grass, easy shot. Put on my 8X. Notice that he doesn't have a helmet on. Bring my cursor to the top of his head and pull the trigger. One shot. I know it's lined up because he's not moving. That's all I need, and he's dead. Grab the AWM from the drop. Extremely lucky drop on my part. Replace my vest. I already have an 8X, so I don't need to grab it. And now I'm going to loot all these guys. Boost up in the middle of the field, grab everything I need. I boosted a little extra this time because this is a point of engagement. I know there's going to be a bunch of people here, or at least a couple more people coming for the drop. So I boost up a little bit more to get that health faster and have more health if I need to fight in the future. There was another guy that came for the drop, and I decided not to shoot him while he was moving, just because I didn't want to risk missing the shot. Waited until he stopped moving, he crouched, headshot him with the AWM. There's no chance he's living that. Even if he just kept moving past that loot, I still would have waited until he stopped, because he would have had to stop eventually. I stay at the top of this ridge a little bit longer, making sure nobody else came for the drop. Turns out nobody else did come for the drop, but I had such an advantageous position that I might as well just stay here. I had an AWM, full level 3 gear, and there was no reason for me to move. So I'm still looking around, making sure nobody else had come from the drop. And then once the circle starts moving, I'm pretty close to the edge, so I'm going to start running. And I actually hear a second drop that comes in, so I'm going to go contest that because I already have the best gear, why not? And it's pretty close to me, so I can probably get a quick overlook position, or at least kill the people that are straggling behind it. Use this hill to my advantage. Boost up again just in case I have to get across the field and I don't really have time to boost. Always using the ridge line to my advantage. At this point, I hear someone shoot at me, and I know it's from the right side. I don't have a ridge line, so I know I need to either contest or keep running. In my decision, I chose to contest the shot. I turned around and shot him in the chest. If I'd been a headshot, it probably would have been a lot better for me, but the chest shot served its purpose. He backed off, and I was able to make it a cover. Managed to med once again, and I hear a car coming for the drop. So I look around on the ridge, I see the car going up. Notice that he evens out and is going in a straight line. Decide that that's my time to take the shot, and he's in a straight line. My bullet goes in a straight line, and he's dead. Move up to the drop, again using the ridge as my cover. I have a ridge in front of me. I know the circle's behind me. At this point, people could be coming from behind me, but I'm more concerned with the guy that had shot me previously. So I used a little bit of cover of the small hill to my right to move up to this ridge, where I'm covered from the drop and the people to my right. If I had to, I could lay down and be obscured from at least 2 angles. Come over the ridge. Keep the trees close enough to me where I can move if I need to. At this point, I'm out in the field. There's not much I could do if I got shot at, except for turn around and shoot the guy. If I missed the shot, then I would have lost, or I would lose the game. Come to the drop, seeing if there's anything valuable inside it. Just a level 3 helmet to replace my damaged one, which I have no complaints about. And at this point, I'm going to push up the hill. The rest of this clip is the rest of the game, just because all of this is important in my opinion. I see the guy on the motorcycle flip by me, running 1,000,000 miles an hour. Now he crashes, and he doesn't die. I see in the kill feed in the bottom left that nothing popped up, so he's not dead. So I know that he's still there, but he's just hiding, laying down. So I have to continually check back. It's just another thing that I have to keep my angle on. I see his bike, I see a bush, I don't see him. So I keep checking him, and then eventually I'm going to push up the hill because there's nothing I can do about him. So I'm going to keep pushing up further into the zone. Again, always have to check on the left, make sure that guy is not peeking, because if he has a Car 98K or anything, it's going to do a lot of damage to me really quick. Even if you have a level 3 helmet on, our Car 98K headshot deals about 70 to 80% damage, and then 1 or 2 AR shots will take you down. That's the combination I recommend if you're able to get a standstill headshot on someone that has a level 3 helmet. Just whip out your AR directly afterward. See a car at the apartments, take a look. There's no reason for me to take a moving shot right now, give away my position. The only guy that knows my position is the guy laying down in the field. Buggy comes up, flips itself, easy kill. Nothing real big happens here. At this point, again, I'm going to check the field because when I'm engaging somebody else, logic says that he will engage me while I'm engaging somebody else. That's probably the best time for you to engage someone, is when they are in a fight with somebody else or not expecting it at all to get shot from another angle. Another drop is coming, but I don't need it. There's only 18 alive, and I have plenty of bullets, and I guarantee you I won't end up getting all 17 kills. So there's no reason for me to even contest the drop. Try to shoot the guy in the Jeep that's moving. I hit the ground in front of me because I have no idea why. I thought I'm getting shot from the right because of the silence shots. I have no clue. Turns out they were landing on my left. See the guy laying down in the field finally. Take my shot. Hit him in the body. Take another shot. Miss. Always moving, shooting, not standing still. Just in case someone is watching me. Shot, move, shot, move, shot, move. It's a great philosophy to have. If you're always moving, you're a lot harder to get headshotted. Decide I'm going to push up a little bit further into the zone. See some guy crouching down at a rock. Again, the dark colors gave him away. Push up to the ridge. See another guy fighting someone else behind the tree. Found his location, judged on the sound and where he was shooting. I know that he didn't kill anybody else because I cannot see his kills in the kill feed. So I push up to the trees and the guy he was shooting at. I heard both their shots, got a good directional on them. Looking, see him, take another shot. And that's 3 guys. I know that there shouldn't be anybody else on this side of the zone with me, so I'm able to push up. If I need loot, I got anything I need. At this point, I'm not sure that I even grabbed anything. I didn't need anything. So I push up to the zone, and this is the part where I almost make a mistake that loses me the game right here and now. I should have pushed into the zone a lot faster, and I decided not to. And ultimately, it was a big mistake. I get down to like 10% HP. So I'm using the edge of the zone and the height advantage to see anybody around me. Even though that I almost got sucked off by the zone, like, I still had the height advantage, and no one could come from behind me because of how much damage the zone does currently, and I'm already on the edge of the zone, so I can look down. I should have run a lot sooner, but it still doesn't change the fact that I have the ankle position. I see a guy on my left running through here, but there's nothing I can do to engage him because I know that if I stop, I will probably end up dying. The reason I keep my gun out is if because he decides that he wants to turn around, I have to fight him no matter what. I have to med a couple of times. I medded super early. I probably could have minimized my damage, but I wasn't sure how fast the circle was ticking, so I medded a little bit earlier. Now I just put my sniper rifle away because I can't see him anymore, so there's no reason for me to take the engagement. Keep pushing down, med again. The circle is now double ticking, hurts quite a bit at this point. I was pretty certain that I was dead, but I got pretty lucky. I think I end up medding one more time, and that saves me. Nope, I just ran for it. Well, either way, I lay down the second I hit the zone. If I was to stand up, it would just give me away. There's no point not to lay down. Even though I just came in from the edge of the zone, and people might not be looking that way, there's no point to just crouch. You're just another black figure against the landscape that everybody can see. At this point, the grass is close enough where pretty much all the grass renders on the map, so laying down anywhere is pretty successful. Now I'm at the point where I have to look around and see where that guy ran in from last time. Was either at this rock, which he's not, or he's at one of these trees laying down, because he was on the edge. I know he's an edge camper. He's not going to push up to the middle and try to fight everybody there. He's in it solely for the win. He's not in it for the kills at all. So I know that he's at one of these trees. So I'm looking from tree to tree, don't see him. Still don't see him. I'm going to push up, peek over, and I notice just a little difference in color in the grass by this tree right here. Aim in, wait till he stops moving. Pretty easy headshot, he's laying down. At this point I see another guy in a building. I'm going to try and look at him, see if he stops moving at all anywhere in that building. Since he doesn't stop moving and I can't see him, I decide to move more to my left, still using the ridge advantage for the height, hugging the edge of the circle and eventually moving in. I push up, I hear shots to my left, so I'm making sure that I'm covered from that left-hand side, but there's not much I can do about it. I know there's people in the town, people pushing up into these buildings. Even though there's only 5 alive at this point, everybody's spread out to a different direction. I'm in a pretty solid bush right now. It's very hard to see in or out of this bush, especially if you're not looking for it. That guy goes in the building, so I know where at least one guy is. Not sure where the guy on my left is. I know there's a guy 2 buildings down in the red building. I know there's one in the gray building, so I'm accounted for 2. 3 if you include me. The zone stops my bush, so I have to go into a lesser cover bush. I put the more cover side towards the buildings and the less cover side towards the back. You never want to be too far out on the side that you're looking for cover from, because even though you can see your character model from the back, from the front you're a lot harder to see. So I stay in this bush for a decent amount of time. I'm still thinking that that guy on my left is going to come around, maybe crawl through the grass or something. Or then maybe one of the guys from the outside would push me, or the inside would push me. There's no reason for me to move from my current position. Nobody knows where I am currently. And until I get shot at, I have no reason to move. Fully boost up, because eventually I know that I will get into combat and I won't have time to move. I get shot at from the building across the street, so now I have information on where at least 4 people are, including myself, and the 5th guy is unknown to me. Use my medkit because I'm going to have no other time to use it. I have plenty of meds left. Might as well keep myself as high as health as possible. Gotta take a shot on that guy. Missed. If he had stopped moving, it would have been an easy kill. Check the windows to make sure that guy's not peeking me again, because I heard the same sound of a gun shooting from there. Push way left around everything because I currently know where everybody is. There's 2 in the building on my right, 1 in the building on my left. So I push up. 1 on the right dies, so now it's 1 on my left, 1 on my right, and me. So I'm waiting for the circle to come in because I see the circle's going to move. This is where things get a little tricky, and I'm really surprised that this guy made it out of here. I see the guy crouching around right there, and I take a shot. Now, I don't see him cross, but in the time that I shot that guy, the guy from the house across ran across directly in my blind spot, very unluckily, and he just barely makes it across, and I didn't notice. So I think he's still on the right side, that the zone's just going to win for me. And I'm like, alright, the zone does enough damage. What's this guy doing? How is he not dead yet? So at this point I'm like, alright, he definitely made it across. I don't know how, but he did. So now I have to watch this side. Maybe I'm looking around behind me because I don't really know where the heck this guy went. He could have teleported somewhere for all I know, because he's not in that right hand house, and I know that he just killed somebody based on the kill feed. I determine he has to be on that side of the wall, so I switch to a frag grenade. Try to throw it over the wall, and he throws another grenade, confirming that he's right there. Push up to this tree. I see him peek. I peek, and get completely destroyed. Sometimes you just don't win the trades that you want to win. If I had my AWM out there like I had meant to, I would have won the trade. If you decide you want to pause the video, it was right on his head. That was my fault. I took a bad trade, and he just crushed me for it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody that's commented, gave me feedback, anything. I hope this video helps anybody out there that needs it, and really thank you guys for watching.